And we lost loads of money.
Yeah. For that short period, we lost shitloads of money.
We're just a couple of business anchors. Welcome to the Business Anchors podcast. This jingle is slightly too long. This jingle is slightly too long.
Going back to our theme of business and marketing, Lloyd, and helping the anchors outside of Cheese Grater Stories.
Yeah.
What's one of your biggest fuck-ups from last year, and what did you learn from it?
So I think potentially the biggest fuck up for me last year in the business was not managing risk well enough. I think normally it's something that I'm actually very good at. And I think still the extent of this fuck up could have been much worse if I wasn't good at it. But I said in the intro about our ups and downs last year where we had some massive highs. And the reason that some of last year was challenging is because we had a very short period where we had basically a gap between big projects that we were working on. And so our income for 2 months wasn't as high as we were planning it to be and in line with the resources we had in the business.
And we lost loads of money.
Yeah. For that short period, we lost shitloads of money. And obviously had to really learn from that. And there's, I think probably being quite harsh on ourselves because it was just a challenging situation. And we know of agencies and people in our space that went out of business at a similar time to this and laid off a load of their staff and stuff. So overall, positive that we got through this period and just managed it. But we didn't have anything to manage that gap in income for the business. So we had all our outgoing salaries, rent, software that we'd signed up for 12 months for, all this stuff that we use day to day in the business. We got loads of money going out of the business. And so if you think you get a gap in your income, you've got all those expenses going out every day, money out the bank. Mm-hmm. And if you have a gap in your income, there's not much filling that gap.
Yeah.
So on the positive side, what we've learned from it means we now are in a far better position. And even if we say in 2024 we come across exactly the same thing, the business is now completely prepared to manage this risk and get through it. So I guess to tell you why the negative stuff, why this happened, might be relevant to your businesses. Negative side, 90% probably of our business was project based. Mm-hmm. So this is relevant to some businesses out there.
Big red flag.
It's not. So some businesses, you have income that's just we have this guaranteed income over a long period of time. We have clients that pay us this much every month. And you have quite a long period you can forecast ahead to say, well, we know these customers are paying us all this money for the next 6 months, 12 months, 2 years.
Just about retaining them, basically. Keeping them happy and keeping them paying.
Whereas because of the nature of how our business has grown, we've got the marketing side of our business and we've got the kind of video and content production side of our business. And if you own a video production agency or a business in that space, you'll know that nearly all of the work traditionally is project based in that kind of world. And I spoke to, when we love talking about Ibiza, spoke to a couple of video production agency owners in Ibiza who said the same thing, that it's just project based, so you never know what's going to come in. So that's how our business was set up. So you can see what could happen here. If you've got these great projects that are really profitable coming in, while they're coming in, it's like, this is great. What a great business. This is really good.
We were flying in January.
Oh, absolutely brilliant. January, February, March. My God, what a business we've got. April. Basically the gap that we had, so a gap in our sales. And really it was just timing. So slightly the economy, bit of a downturn, bit of people worrying about spending money, but mainly it was just timing and a gap between big projects. And that money continued to go out. Another issue, so the second thing that made this harder for us is we've always believed very much previously on employing people full-time and having all of our resource employed in-house. And the reason that made it harder for us was because we have to keep paying those salaries. Unless we really want to screw over people, we've got to keep paying those salaries. And that's our highest priority, to look after the people we have in the business. So what we've moved to now, so we've still got our employed team, and it has actually grown since this period in 2023. But now we're a lot more cautious and balanced. So we now have areas of our business where we have people who are part-time or freelance within our team, that it's much easier to scale up or down with busy times or quiet times. So we can cover the normal level of work with our employed team, and when we have great times, we also have great people to use. And another positive thing, the second thing that is the biggest game changer for us, that's going to help us avoid this, which hopefully you can learn from if you've got this type of business, we started moving much more to a retainer based model for a lot of our clients. So we're now much closer to 50-50 to monthly retained income from clients and project-based work. So that monthly retained income tends to be less profitable, which you could see as a negative, but we now have that stability of lower profit work that covers all of our expenses, and then we've still got those projects that we are usually slightly more profitable and can be up and down. So that was a big thing to learn, but really excited about 2024 with those two changes and how we overcame that.